Oh, that's why. Boom. There we go. That was weird. Hello, all of my amazing YouTube friends. It's awesome to see you. For some reason, it didn't actually hold my audio settings, which is fantastic. Hopefully, we can hear my guests tonight. We'll just have to see, because I don't know either. That's what's the beauty of live streaming. Anything can go wrong on any given moment, at any given time, and you just got to kind of roll with it. So we start off the stream all excited to actual nothingness. Pretty awesome. I hope everybody is doing awesome tonight as well. I've solved a big giant problem on my BMW, so I'm doing somewhat better now than I was 5 or 6 hours ago. It is all fun. It's all good. So always when we come on here, let there be Mike. Yes, Chance. Let there be me. But only for 2 hours, because then Josh Gates is on. So that's how we roll here at the Fire household. BMWs are a pain. Silent Marsh. Truer words have never been spoken, my friend. Truer words. How is everybody doing, and where? We always like to ask this because the answers always shock me. Where's everybody from this evening? I see lots of new people in the house tonight. And, as always, a very amazing and special guest, Santa Claus, all the way from the North Pole, where he's probably not using his air conditioner. If you can hear a little noise in the background, that would be my air conditioner, because otherwise I will be a massive ball of sweat. So we're going to roll with it, and you guys will have to deal with a little bit of extracurricular noise in the background. I do apologize for that. Nigeria, Oklahoma. The logician is still in the BC. How are things going with you, logician? I hope the job is going incredibly well. I know I know you're probably all stressed out because it's getting closer and closer to probably crunch time. But hey, I have every faith in you. I'm sure you're going to do awesome. We got Florida, Monaco, Indiana. Let's flip over and talk to Monica here, so she can say hi to everybody. What's up, honey? Shh. I'm just chilling. Michigan, Portugal, Las Vegas, Denmark. Nice. Northern Alabama. All of these places are places I would absolutely love to go. I would love to go to Denmark and Monaco. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. They can't hear you. Well, there you go. See? Default.
Keep talking, Monica.
Yes. Yes, I will talk until it is determined that you guys can hear me.
Yep,
All
there
right.
it goes.
Is that better?
Yep, you're in.
Okay. Awesome.
There you go. Hopefully everyone can now hear the lovely, amazing, and incredibly smoking hot wife that is called Monica. I am Suko. Yes, Monica is my wife. Don't be that shocked, okay? Just because I punch above my weight a little bit in the wife department, you know, it is what it is. You know, hey, sometimes you can just make a woman laugh. It doesn't matter what you look like.
Sorry, buddy.
Man. Yeah, I know. Anyway, come to Nigeria. Absolutely, that would be cool. And of course, there are lots of places in America that were listed there. Now, I have been to Arizona. I've actually been to a lot of these. I did serve in the military. You end up doing a lot of traveling, and I've always been a big traveler. So I have seen, mostly drones. I so much overscored for sure, my friend, for sure. Jelly Duck, hello and good evening, my friend. Monica got a haircut recently, didn't you?
I
Must
did.
Be it's
Just
the
yesterday,
Empress
as a matter
cut.
of yeah, I requested the Empress cut yesterday, so.
Yes.
I feel like
She
I
didn't-
should be wearing a crown or something
Yeah.
different, because, just me is, I'm not sure that cuts it.
Pima Air and Space. I lived in, I was stationed at Fort Huachuca for some training, and then I lived in Tucson for about 9 months out of a hotel. And mostly I remember drinking, a lot of it. So much of it, in fact, that that's about all I remember. But it was a blast. I mean, you know. So the weather's hot. I like that. The Netherlands. Yes. I want to go there too. Yeah, well, someday, honey. I almost took a contracting job at Fort Huachuca. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. The thing I love the best about Fort Huachuca, you know, we just finished basic training. You land in Tucson in the airport, and then they drive you by a bus out because nobody has a car. They drive you by bus out to Fort Huachuca. It's pitch black. It's the middle of the night. We just arrived as the sun was coming up in the morning, and you just see, you know, you're on this base, and then miles away you just see you're completely surrounded by these massive mountains, and in between those mountains and you, literally nothing, just desert. And it was one of the most crazy things that I can ever remember. And the crazy thing about it is that, you know, when you come from the Northeast where it's all trees and all green, it was just such different colors and stuff. Pima Air and Space, I remember there's like a airplane boneyard there, and you would pass it and it would just be thousands of, you know, decommissioned military airplanes just sitting there. It was almost kind of creepy. Fort Huachuca is a pretty desolate place for sure. All right. Anyway, so that was fun. Are you ready to, you know what? If we're going to have a live stream like this, and it's going to have to be epic, you know it is.
Yep.
You
Has
know.
to be epic.
So the first thing we're going to have to do, obviously, is make sure that everyone is properly snacked up. So everyone in the stream is going to get a virtual bag of completely embiggen popcorn. Enjoy. I know. Hey, no expense spared for the virtual embiggen popcorn that you are going to get for this live stream. You know what I'm saying? We do not spare any expense. And I guess that means it's time to go ahead and open the question form.
I got it.
Go ahead and post the links for the question form down in the chat so that everyone who would like to ask a question can ask their question. And Monica will answer them all one at a time as we go. I know you're going to do awesome tonight, honey. I have every faith in you. Who thinks Monica should answer all the questions tonight? Just raise your hand.
Answer all the questions.
Mega Squad Trevor's in the house. What's up, Mega Squad Trevor? I hope you're doing well. That would be interesting. Onion, you are not lying. That would be absolutely but you know what? She's an amazing woman. I'll bet you she could do it.
I would probably have to use you as the pinch hitter. I'd say, hon, do you want to take that question?
Well, we shall see. We shall see. So while we're waiting for questions to come in,
Yes.
I am going to take a 5-minute sidebar. We have almost 50 people in the stream. So let's have a little bit of a discussion about something that happened this week that I want some feedback on, and I want to give you my perspective. He could just whisper in Monica's ear. I could, but you know, you gotta let her sink or swim. So this week I released a video called "My Channel is Dead," and I did get some negative feedback in my comment section on that video, saying that some people thought that video was clickbait. I would like for everyone to let me know in the comments, just be honest. Did you think it was clickbait? How did you feel about the video? Did you even watch it? All that kind of stuff. Because I'm just really interested to read the room and see what people thought. Obviously, even if people in the room thought it was clickbait, they're still here. They weren't offended by it. But let me know, because I'm really interested. She listens to me every week, so it's plausible. That's right, Chance. But let me know what you thought about that video and specifically the video title and the thumbnail, as to whether you guys felt like it was clickbait or whether I was in some way trying to trick my audience. Thought it was a great video. I'm not surprised though. I think it's a clicky title. But that's part of the thing. You have to make it enticing. And you did. Thank you, B. Gilbert. I appreciate that. Let's see. No way. It was not clickbait. It's a good headline. Cool. To be honest, I haven't watched your videos in a while, and that video caught my attention, truth be told. Cool, Silent March. Well, thank you. That's kind of almost what it was meant to do. A little bit. Watched and not clickbait. Thank you so much, Santa Claus. It's just what the YouTube algorithm drives content creators. Oh, man. But great video, thank you. Let's see. Haven't had a chance to watch that one, but everything I've seen from you has been solid advice. Thank you, Dig Dug Daddy. I appreciate that. Watched it, not clickbait. I saw a dead video, and it's not really clickbait. I would say the title is a little different for your channel and maybe in the gray area of semi-clickbait, but not full-on clickbait. Thank you, Logician. I appreciate that. YouTube has brought back shorts links linking regular videos. I did see that, Pima. I was worried when I saw the title, but yes, it delivered on the content. Thank you. All right, so I really honestly, I really didn't honestly think that there would be anyone in my live stream that would just say flat out it was total clickbait, and I didn't agree with it. And the reason why I didn't think anyone in my live stream would feel that way is because you guys watch my content regularly, so you know what to expect no matter what the title is. You're going to get information. I'm not going to be the guy who's going to do a video complaining about not getting views or anything like that. That's not my style. So I'm assuming you clicked because it was an interesting title and you wanted to figure out what you might learn in the video. But I do understand, don't get me wrong, I understand people out there who think that that title might be clickbait. Here's the problem. I don't know that those people really understand what clickbait is. Clickbait is if I have a picture of a naked woman taking a poop on a giraffe in the video, and then the video is about me going to the beach with my kids. That's clickbait. That's a specifically thumbnail meant for people to go, ooh, I gotta see that. Has nothing to do with the video. Title has nothing to do with the video. All that kind of stuff. That is clickbait. This title was hyperbolic. In other words, it was meant to make the audience think that my channel was dead. But really, I was speaking in the voice of every YouTuber. And more like asking a question, is my channel dead? So basically, it's a hyperbolic title meant for you to click. And I understand that some people moralistically feel like clickbait is wrong. I understand that, even though this wasn't clickbait. Here's why it's not wrong. And you guys are going to have to tell me what you think about this rationale. If you make content that you feel is important for other people to watch to help them learn to become a better YouTuber or a better live streamer or to understand the process, or in this case, improve their mental health when maybe their channel is struggling, then you have to do whatever you can to get as many of those people to click on that video as you can. So if I had titled it like other people in the comments suggested, you know, how to tell what your channel growth cycle is or some crap like that, you know how many people would have clicked on that video? 3, maybe 5. No, seriously, I probably would have had about 1,000 views. But that video right now has 10,000 views. And that's because I used a hyperbolic title with information that I feel is really important for new YouTubers to understand, because psychologically, YouTube is a hard gig. And you go from 1,000 views over the winter to 300 views over the summer, and you're going to be thinking, damn, something's really wrong. You might panic, you might get upset, you might quit. This video is to help those people understand that YouTube goes in cycles. And I think it was important enough to put a hyperbolic title on there to get people to click. So that's my rationale personally. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it. I totally understand when people have a moral problem with that sort of thing. But if you believe in your content and you believe that it's important and people should see it, then you've got to find a way to get them to click. And that's what I did. So hopefully you guys, obviously you guys understand. You're all still here because you get it and you understand that I'm not going to do a video complaining about losing views. I'm going to do a video that's meant to help teach you guys how to avoid losing views or how to understand what's going on YouTube. So I just wanted to talk about it. I really do appreciate you guys letting me talk about it a little bit, and hopefully that helps other people who misunderstand what clickbait is. And just so you know, clickbait is against YouTube's terms of service. So every video that you upload to YouTube, YouTube's algorithm goes through the entire content of the video. It analyzes all of the words that you speak in that video to determine what you're saying, what the subject is, and all that stuff. In this case, the title and the text had the title and the thumbnail both had text in it that YouTube will analyze. If YouTube thought that that video was not about the death of a channel or how to avoid the death of a channel or something pertaining to the death of a channel, I promise you they definitely would have clickbaited and struck me on that video. So the fact that YouTube doesn't consider that to be clickbait, there you go. With that being said, just like in racing, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So there are a lot of people, and I can understand it, that would say, yeah, maybe it's not clickbait, but it's cheating. All right, whatever. My purpose was to get as many people to watch it as I could. I'm glad you guys did it, and I'm glad it helped some people, and that makes me feel really good. Let's get on to your questions now. Thank you so much. Faraday, man, you got those numbers down, brother. I don't know why, but you do. All right. Do we have any questions yet, honey?
Yes, we have questions.
There was a giraffe, but no chicks. There you go, BRS. That's what it was. Maybe it was a giraffe pooping on an antelope. I don't know. But still, that's probably clickbait. How are you going to do a video about that? I don't know.
Doesn't have to involve pooping. That's the thing.
Well, no. I mean, but it's just the point. It's,
I know. It's a sensational thumbnail, but then the video doesn't match. Yep.
B. Gilbert says Michael found the Konami code. Mr. Gilbert, I really wish that was true. I wish I could find ways to make all of my titles more interesting and hyperbolic. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I just do the best I can and hope to reach as many people as I can. And I hope that my information continues to be something that people want to watch and enjoy and that's helpful. That's all I'm about. All right, we got almost 60 people watching. You guys are amazing. So it is time. Does language matter? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Anyway, go ahead, honey, and read the first question.
Okay.
The first one you're going to answer on this amazing live stream.
The first one I'm going to answer. Okay. Let's see. Well, the first one comes from, I apologize if I mispronounced this name. It is from Falore Alatunji Ayobami.
Holy mackerel.
And
I'm going to have some trouble repeating that one, so.
Yes. How can I add a clock to live streaming on OBS?
Okay, so let's go over into the tutorial screen. For some reason, my face cam stuff does not appear to be functioning properly this evening. So there is a couple of tools. There's a script tool that you can get that will add a countdown clock. If you go and search on the OBS webpage, look for the countdown script, you'll probably find it there. There is no actual plugin for countdowns or anything like that. So usually what I'll do if I want to do a countdown and I know the specific amount of time I want the countdown to be, is I'll go into DaVinci Resolve and I'll create a video for that countdown and I'll just put it as an overlay, as a video over top of the screen. Generally speaking, that's what I do. But YouTube really should add something that OBS should really add something that gives you the ability to add a countdown timer to your live stream, but so far they really haven't done that. So I did a video on creating a countdown timer, which you can reuse or use for just putting a timer on the screen or something like that. If one of my mods can hopefully find that, and then there you go. You should be able to figure out how to create a timer from that. All right, babe.
Okay. All right.
My camera's gonna go off here for a second.
Uh-oh.
I
Okay,
think
should
it's
I
gonna go
keep
off.
with
It
the
might go off. You
question?
keep going with the question, because I'm gonna still be able to hear you.
Okay.
I'm trying to fix this hotkey problem.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask the next question, which is from Shadow Alpha.
Hello, Shadow Alpha.
I've been trying to separate everyone's audio on Discord and other platforms, but they all seem to go together on one audio each time. Is there a way I can get them to be separated?
So you're gonna have to kind of give me there we go. You're gonna have to give me a little more information. So are you talking about you're trying to separate each individual person's audio, or are you just trying to separate Discord audio out of your live stream? Because separating Discord's audio out of your live stream is a very simple process. But if you're looking to separate each individual piece of audio from each person, that's not going to be possible. Any program that you can load in OBS is only going to recognize Discord as one audio source. So unfortunately, I see you say each person. There's no real way to do that so far in OBS. So the easiest way to do it is to, separate it by different applications. Like have one person call in on Skype, have somebody call in on Zoom, have somebody call in on, whatever on another application. If you're just talking voices, and then you can take the voice from Skype, take the voice from Zoom, take the voice from Melon, and so you could separate them out that way. It's a pain in the butt, and you're going to probably need a heck of a machine to do it. But they're actually, from what OBS can grab, it has to be it can only grab each individual thing. Yeah, so the Logician just posted a video down there on how you can split out the audio, but unfortunately that's only going to split it out based on the application. So you can split out the audio in Melon, you can split out the audio in from Discord, then you can split out the audio from Skype, and you can split out the audio. You can do that, but if you have 5 different people in Skype, it's going to hear all 5 of those people as an individual audio source, unfortunately. So, sorry I couldn't be of more help, but there is always a workaround, and that's using multiple applications. So, let's get another question from the beautiful Monica.
Okay. Pima Aaron Space Fans has a question.
Nice.
They say, I may have my first sponsor. Congratulations.
Very nice.
I was curious, what are good ways to promote that sponsor on my live stream?
All right. Well, let's go over here. As you can see, I usually give any sponsor a deal, excuse me, where I'm going to do something like this for them like at the end of my videos, every one of my sponsors is listed. In my live streams, I've got my sponsors' logos up here. Usually I do that for 6 months. So I throw that in there with the package so that they're going to get promoted, not just in the video that I do that sponsors them, but also their logos and stuff are going to be in every live stream. I also have had sponsors in the past like Stream Tunes, where I had segments where music plays on my live stream, and in those segments I could promote Stream Tunes. So you can try to work in different sponsors. Obviously you should have sponsors in your niche, so it may not be that hard to work those sponsors into a segment on your live stream that can be fun and interesting, but also talk a little bit about that sponsor, or even just something as simple as this works pretty nice. Because if somebody in my audience has a question, says, hey, what's Ginger Audio? Well, then I can point them to the video or talk about it. So there you go. That's kind of what I use. Now, obviously, this was created in, you could do it in DaVinci Resolve or whatever, and I just embed that video into my whole overlay so that it just runs in a loop. So that's what I do. So apparently we're light on the thumbs up. Can you believe that, honey? Not this audience.
I know
67
it.
concurrent viewers and only 35 likes. That is a lot of broken thumbs.
That's like,
Yeah,
I have all the faith in the world that these guys will find that thumbs up button and smash it.
I know.
But we're going to go in and answer more questions because that's what
We
we
should
do.
do a thumbs up countdown. Ready,
Thumbs
guys?
up count.
On the count of 3, everybody hit. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up.
Oh
got
my
50.
God, they're exploding.
Ah.
You guys are the best. Yes, BRS says you will get popcorn. Here you go. I'm not even going to go with the small bag. We're going to go with the largest bag of virtual popcorn you could possibly have.
Yes.
Boom.
Big
Yes,
in it.
right in your lap. It's totally embiggened.
Whoa.
It's totally embiggened. It took the pill, the blue one, I think.
Totally a big one.
Let's
Yes.
get another question before I get in
Yes.
trouble.
I actually have a question here that I will answer, and then you may finish if you have anything left to say. This
All right.
question is from No One Will Watch These Vids. And their question is, how did you two meet?
Oh,
it's
dear God. You go, girl. You answer
will.
this.
I will. It's a pretty, simple question. We actually met when we worked together, when Michael had a regular 9-to-5 job. We met in the office. I was in one department. He was in the IT group, of course. And I would periodically run over to visit the guys over there in IT. He worked second shift and would lurk in the back room. So he would see me come in. I usually went over there every day. It was a job that I was really connected to the IT group. So he would see me come in. When he moved to first shift, he made himself known to me, and we got chatting, and we just clicked, and there you go. So
That pretty much sums it up. I saw this smoking hot chick walking into the computer room every day. I'm like, So there you go. That's pretty much it.
that's
It was just a work-related romance that could have easily turned out to be sexual harassment in the workplace.
Those were the days. That was way back when. Yeah.
These were the days when you were allowed to tell a
Wait a
woman,
while.
"Damn, you look good." You can't do that anymore at work.
You
'cause
never said. No, you never said that.
I never said
You
that.
never said that.
Not
You
not
never
out.
crossed the line like
I
that.
never said that out loud. Oh, I crossed the line. Believe me, I crossed the line. The full story you guys will never know.
Well,
But-
thoughts are different. Nobody knows your thoughts. So,
Not now. Yet.
yeah, exactly. I know, not yet.
Yeah, that's for that drunken stream that happens 20 years from now. All right, babe, let's get another question. Now, you did a
All
fine
right.
job answering that one.
Well, thank you very much. It's easy when you're speaking the truth.
Wait,
at
somebody tried to make a comment in the chat, but it got held for review. It says, "My mom told me don't eat where you LMAO."
Yeah, well, I can understand that. Yeah.
But this worked, folks.
Yep,
This
it
work.
did. And I don't eat there anymore, so, you know.
Okay. Are we ready for the next question?
Michael, so Mega Squad Trevor asks how he downloads Ginger Audio. Well, the product we were talking about is Caster, and I just did a couple of videos on it a week or so ago. If Michael or one of my other amazing moderators could pop that video in there for Caster. For those of you who are not familiar with what Caster is, Windows OBS has a way that you can separate out audio for every single input. So I can separate Discord and Melon and a game and music and whatever I want. But that's never really been something that you could get on Mac until now. That's what Caster is. So somebody dropped that link for me. Jam Nation wants to know if he can be a mod. Jam Nation, it is possible for you to be a mod, but you're going to have to stick around and hang out on the stream and be a participant and all that kind of stuff for quite some time. But you just never know, my friend. You just never know. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay. I have a question from Rexer.
Well, hello, Rexer.
Okay. All right. There are a couple different questions or comments in this statement, so I'm going to read the whole thing, and then if you need me to read it one at a time, let me know. So he says, how do you show comments in OBS similar to how you show comment in Melon and StreamYard by clicking the comment and then it pops up in the bottom of your stream? Also, I saw some tutorial where it was possible, but you had to turn off your antivirus software. Lastly, can you resize the comment in OBS to make the comment show up larger?
All right, well, let's go over here to my tutorial screen. And actually, we'll go to my main screen here. And we've got Monty Montana right here. You can see that I can move that around. I can embiggen that question. No question from me today. Just want to thank you guys for all your hard work. Monty, thank you. That means a lot. I really do appreciate it. But you can see I can resize Monty's question. I can move it anywhere I want on the screen and do all kinds of really awesome things. I can remove the question just by clicking that and select another one. Mike, I've always said Mike is fast and loose with the mod credentials. I'm proof of that. Oh, well, you know, Logician, that trust was warranted, my friend. You do an awesome job. So Tech Examine just posted a link to the Ultimate Chat video, which I do believe is my newest video showing you how to use the application that I'm doing right now. The application is called Chat Ninja. Not only does it allow me to do things like put this on here, that's what I wanted to know, says Lunar Pumpkin. Not only does it allow you to do this, but it's also how I'm getting that in here as well. So it's an awesome, awesome, awesome application. I really do like it. And let us and tomato. There you go, Logician. Thank you so much. I'm not sure whether the one that Michael posted was a newer one or an older one, but I do know the Logician posted a video as well. That one looks to be the correct one, but I don't know.
Chat Ninja's dead, isn't it?
No, Chat Ninja is not dead. The other one is the one that's dead. Chat Ninja is the one I'm using. The application that is dead was what is it? I know I still have it on here.
Oh yeah, we posted the same one. We're good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all
Cool.
good.
All right, we're all good. There is an older one that I put out there that is a dead application, unfortunately. I forget what it was called now, even. But it's no longer being supported, so it doesn't really matter. Twidget was the one that's no longer being supported. Let's get this, baby. What you got?
Okay.
Alan Burpee says, Michael Fire Jr., thank you for your hard work. Your tips and tricks have been so helpful. I use OBS for my work like a pro. Alan, I am so excited to be able to find out that so many people are... that seems hyperbolic, Logician. Video Ninja is dead. Who would write a title like that? Anyway, Alan, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And Video Ninja is not dead. I don't think. Maybe Video Ninja is dead, but Text Ninja or Chat Ninja is not dead. Sorry, honey. I apologize for making you sit there and listen to me ramble. It will never happen again until
sure
5 or 10 minutes from now.
Until the next time. Yep, I know. I know. All right.
VDO killed the radio star. You are right, Logician. This shit's gone off the rail. Let's do this. Let's get a question in here.
I know. Okay, okay. Question. Next question is from Not Another Tech Guy.
Well,
He
hello,
said-
not another tech guy.
He says, I'm interested in a Rodecaster 2 Pro. Would this work well with a dual PC setup? And maybe some tips on setup, i.e. software and Rode hooked up to the stream PC or gaming PC or vice versa. He says,
Somebody
"Thank you."
refresh my memory. What's a Rodecaster Pro?
I have the Rodecaster, the original one. It's the mixer board that has all the
Okay.
sounds and stuff on it.
Okay.
Now they have a new one which is way overpriced and a little smaller, but save your money, just get the original one. They do the exact same thing.
Okay.
Oh.
So we're using a Rodecaster Pro, which is basically a mixing board. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, right. Would it work well with a dual PC setup?
I don't see why not. You're going to only use the Rodecaster Pro going into one PC or the other. Let's go over here to our main screen so Monica has a chance to take a breather and look at the next question. You're going to use the Rodecaster Pro in one of the two PCs. So maybe you're using one PC just to play the game and you're streaming that footage to the second PC to do all the processing for the live stream. So the second PC would be the one that would get the inputs from the Rodecaster for your microphone and all that kind of stuff. That is probably more than optimum way to use it that way. One PC is really ripping it to create the best visual experience you can get for the game, while the other PC just has to process voices and maybe a little camera stuff and send it up to the live stream. So yeah, you could definitely use a Rodecaster for a 2 PC live stream, and that is how I would probably do it. All right, what you got?
Okay.
Yeah, you could probably do all the same things with the Loop Deck is right. The Loop Deck Live is pretty cool. If you haven't seen the Loop Deck Live, I have done some videos on it, and even gave a couple away at one point in time. So maybe one of the guys can drop a link in there. It's been quite some time since I've done a video on it, so it might be slightly outdated, but it will still give you the gist of what it's capable of doing. I actually have it right here. Let me unplug it. Right here. So you can see that it actually has volume knobs and everything, so you can control your audio inputs and all that stuff. It's really, really pretty cool. Has little slider bars on the side, and then of course all the same kind of buttons that you would get on a Stream Deck. So it's like a Stream Deck with more stuff. It's pretty cool. All right, babe, let's do it.
All right.
It's a liver live. Oh, yes, Loop Deck liver review. Okay, I get it. you Loop Deck liver. Oh, yeah. Let's do this, baby. I know we've got some questions to be answered tonight, and
We
I'm
do.
gonna
And every
do it,
time you
man.
ask me to go, you start talking about something in chat. So I'm just waiting for you to say, "Hey, we're good to go."
All right.
Are you
Cool.
good to go?
Let's do
See.
it, man.
You seem really chill now. I think we're probably good to go.
I think so.
Or chill. All right. All right. Okay. So next question is from Soph Aria. Soph Aria.
Is that like the planet area?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Safaria?
So,
Sofaria?
Sophia.
Sophia.
All
Something sofa. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. All right. Okay.
Sofa
Soon I'm gonna start a Facebook gaming channel. Any tips for transitions and gaining a solid fan base?
Okay. Well,
Start
this
on
is a
YouTube.
great question, and it is a question, honestly, that applies to streaming to any platform, not just Facebook. Sorry, I got sidetracked by the chat. Consistency. If you're going to go live, you want to go live at the same time, on the same day, every single week that you do every week. If your audience will learn the time that you go live then they will be more likely to show up and watch you over and over again. Don't stream too long. Don't stream, don't stream every day. Pick a couple of days and stream for a couple of hours, but do it consistently every single one of those days. So set a set schedule and stream consistently. It will take a little while. It will be slow at first, but you'll also be learning how to do it, learning how to entertain your audience. And there's going to be people that just gravitate towards you, get to know you and like you, and then they might suggest you to other people, and that's how you grow. So definitely consistency. Keep streaming on a regular schedule, and that is the easiest way to get some traction when you first start out. Now, Pima Aaron Space Fan says right here, I'm trying to live stream my aircraft walk around with no luck. Pima Aaron Space Fans, I had a company ship me something. Now, all right, so when I first started doing this channel, I would live stream outdoors from waterfalls and mountaintops and beaches and stuff, and I did all of that streaming on my cell phone. Super low tech, just in having fun with it. A company sent me a device this week that I could do those live streams from waterfalls and beaches and wherever else with just about everything that you see on this live stream. I'm not even kidding. I am so excited to talk about this particular product. I can't wait to get the video done. I can't wait to get the video done. So I will, and you can add drones and all that stuff to it as well. But it will broadcast right from this little box, and you can see everything. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So I will definitely put that out very soon. But if you need any tips, Pima, on how to stream from anywhere at all, I've done it. So there you go. Let's get another question. Hopefully, I answered the Facebook Live question well enough.
Okay.
All right. What you got?
Okay. Chance has a question.
Well, we're not going to leave anything to chance.
If I remember correctly...
Yeah, you never know. He could become a really good friend. He could end up in our will. But right now, we're not leaving anything to him.
You can at least answer his question.
We can answer his
That's
question.
one thing you can leave to chance.
Answer his question. You can do that a little bit.
Oh, we're off the rails tonight. I'm a freaking smartass. I apologize. Hey! Look at that, backpacking with Jason is in the house. Jason,
Hey!
I miss you, brother. I miss you big time. We got to get out to Kentucky and get together. It has been way too damn long, my friend. Way too long.
Yes.
I hope you are doing well.
And you know what I always do when I see his name, right? Backpacking with Jason. I don't know why I feel that, but that's every time I say his name, I sing that in my head. It's really bad. I will leave now.
He needs his own jingle. There you go.
Maybe we can actually answer Chance's question now.
Not a chance.
I know. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure he's never heard any of these jokes. God. You know what? Chance is sitting there going, old people suck so bad. All the goddamn dad jokes and everything else.
I have to listen to it.
Just answer my question. Sorry, Chance. Let's do this, honey.
I know. Let's do this for Chance. Let's give it a chance. All right. Okay. All right. He says, if I remember correctly, you use a shotgun mic on your camera. I was looking into USB shotgun mics, and it looks like the Rode VideoMac NTG is the only USB one. Are you using that one or an XLR one?
I'm using an XLR microphone that I plug in, and then it uses the 3 1/4 jack into my camera. The thing I really like about this microphone is it's powered externally, so I don't need to have any coupler to give it phantom power or anything like that. I just put a battery in it and turn it on. Rode has a microphone that I used to use when I used this camera out in the field all the time. Just stuck on top of the little rack that I have on there, and that was also a shotgun. Worked pretty well. I don't know. Let's flip over and get a question from Monica while I see if I can dig that up and show you what it looked like real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead, babe.
Okay. Well, then the next question is from Pima. Um, he says, I received a drone. He or she. Sorry, I'm not sure if it's a group of you or two of you, one, two, whatever. Okay, so Michael, I received a drone from a friend, and I was wondering, what do you think about drone usage on a YouTube channel and live stream?
All right. Well, I can't find that microphone, so I'm just gonna have to move on here.
Looks like sounds like he's walking around the beach somewhere. He's over
I
here
wish-
somewhere, over there somewhere.
I wish I was on the beach. I can't find that microphone. I might have taken the microphone out to do something with it, and now I can't find it. I suck. All right, so what about drone footage for your channel? I love it. I use drone footage on my car channel all the time. It's an absolute blast. I think, by the way, Chance, I believe it's called the Rodecaster Pro. It also uses the 3 1/4 jack. But usually most cameras have the 3 1/4 jack. They don't have a USB input. So there you go. Anyway. The VidMic Pro, is that what it is? Okay. What was that? What was my train of thought, honey? Why am I so fragmented tonight? Yeah, ask Pima's question so I can make sure I answer it as specifically as I can.
Okay. Pima says, I received a drone from a friend, and I was wondering, what do you think about drone usage on a YouTube channel and live stream?
All right, so I use drone footage all the time on my car channel. If you guys haven't seen the car channel, I am definitely going to start posting. I was actually starting to work up thumbnails for the series. Man, I'm telling you right now, don't buy yourself a BMW, because you get new parts and the new parts don't work. The new how do you get broken new parts? But anyway, I digress. I think that drone footage has its place on different sorts of content. I'm not totally certain that my channel specifically is good for drone footage, although I do have a video coming up that I may use some drone footage on. But obviously, for a channel like yours, where you're showing off aircraft and airplanes, I think drone footage is epic. The only problem you're probably going to run into is locations where you're going to be shooting aircraft and stuff like that is airports. And I live about, I don't know, 1.5 miles from the airport, and our house is right on the flight path, and planes take off from that stupid place every 10 minutes. And so, needless to say, my area is basically a no-fly zone for a drone. Yeah, Drone Mike's house tour. You're not even allowed to fly a drone here because of the stupid airport. So that's the only thing that I can see for your specific case, that you might struggle a little bit with being able to take drone footage. But if you can get it, I would use it. I would definitely use it, because that would be awesome. It's just another perspective. You can make things look really cinematic. It could be a lot of fun. So yeah, use it. Use it.
Someone says, the wife bought me a drone for Christmas. Not sure I'll use it on a barbecue channel, though. And you can fly around the meat.
Yes.
He could take it to the cows and start from there, and then just migrate to the barbecue grill.
I mean, you
I
could
like
fly
it.
the meat in and drop it on the grill.
You know what? At the very end of the day, we're still dudes. Trust me, drones are fun. you can fly those things around anywhere. Drones are a lot of fun at the beach. Trust me.
That's when you don't tell someone that you want to land it, and then you're in a car with the windows up, and then you're holding it, and then you're like, da, 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 and you can't hear what they're saying, and shit gets screwed up.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
start
that-
yelling at each other.
That too. Man, Michael came out to help me film some stuff on the car channel, and nothing went right that day, and I was just a grumpy ass. I was really a grumpy ass person that day. So,
The best is when the bugs were biting your legs and they weren't biting me at all.
oh my God, I was being attacked by biting flies and ants and everything else. It was driving
And
me
you
nuts.
had to poop.
I did. I had a poo. So you know what we did? We stopped everything. We went to Wawa. I took a dump, and I felt a lot better. So there you go. Rule of thumb: don't film angry. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Don't try me.
Shouldn't do
Oh yes. Anyway, there's 48 people here waiting for their question to be answered, and
Yes.
they're just getting talk about having to poo while on a film shoot.
Yes, I know. Why is that coming up?
These are the stories, folks.
I know. This is what happens when you're gone for a week. All kinds of stories. Okay, so are you ready for the next question then? Are you
The
finished?
location was Wawa, Logician. Wawa was not in the toilet.
Yeah, Wawa is.
Or
Way
I guess
better
I
than
went
anything
I
else.
went Wawa at Wawa.
Wah, wah.
I'm
Right,
very
let's move on.
colorful today. Yes, I am, Pima. I apologize. Poop talk. with
Moving on.
Michael. Yes,
I
moving
know.
on.
Nothing to see here.
This live stream is
This is. Is it? Is it an epic?
I don't
one?
know. Let's do this. Can we get another question?
You can get another question if you're ready for another question.
Very.
Number 2. Go ahead.
Okay, this question is from Jama or Jama, Jama. I don't know if that's Jama or
Jama?
Jama. And I am going to you were going to learn with this question why nobody wants me to answer questions because I don't even know how to ask this question. It says when uploading a
Video on demand.
video on demand from a live stream to YouTube, why does the video only upload as SD but not as HD regardless of how much I wait? There you have it.
Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, he's saying the video only uploads in standard definition and not high definition, no matter how long he waits.
Okay.
So, I guess here's generally speaking, and let's go over here. I'm gonna actually show you some OBS because you've waited long enough for us to go to the tutorial screen tonight. Damn. Right? All right. So we're gonna go into settings, and you want to first make sure that your video is set to something that's an HD output, right? 1920 by 1080 or higher. But you're probably not going to go higher than 1920 by 1080. But if you're streaming in 720, it might. That I guess theoretically isn't 720 HD. I don't know. Yeah, so I guess it could change it over. The point is that if you're not streaming in HD, it's not going to upscale it. It's just going to finish up encoding in standard definition. Now, what platform did he say he was using? Okay, so YouTube should definitely, if you're live streaming in 1920 by 1080, your live streams should come across, if you request them that way, on YouTube in 1080. Now, you might be trying to download your live streams, in which case you are right. They will only give it back to you in like 720. It sucks. So just keep that in mind. I think you might be able to get it from certain locations in 1080, but not directly from YouTube. But if you want to make sure that you are actually live streaming in your settings in right here in 1080, and then when it's finished processing, it should process in HD. You can also go to your output and just make sure that your bit rate is good. You're not rescaling your output in any way, so that you're good. It's possible that you could have rescaled output checked, in which case it's doing something else. Video compression on YouTube is not going to affect the actual resolution of it. So if you're streaming in 1080, it should eventually show up in your feed as 1080. I mean, we can verify this though. Let's go over to my feed and we'll go to my live. And let's see here. We'll go to last week's live stream. And we can see that it did standard definition and it did high definition. But I honestly do not know how long these took to process. So it's really hard to say. But if you're streaming in HD, it will definitely process in HD eventually. So just keep that in mind. And let's get another question.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Next question is from K9 Striker.
All right.
Says, love your channel, and I've probably
So does that mean he's smacking around some dogs?
No. I would not think so. I would not think so.
All right, I hope not.
Because it's K9. So not CANINE, but K9.
All right, cool. I hope he's not smacking dogs. No way, he says. All right, cool. Thank you, man. I feel a lot better knowing that we're not answering questions. All right, let's get
Okay.
it. Let's get it, babe.
All right.
Man, my hair looks really nice on this filter, huh?
Looks nice when it's cut. You know, short.
Yeah, I know.
Are you done?
Good night, Pima. Yeah,
Bye,
I'm done.
Pima.
See you, Jelly. 3 a.m. Thanks for hanging in there, brother.
Bye, Jelly.
All right, let's do this.
All right. Okay, so K9 Striker says,
They're dropping like flies.
love your channel, and I've probably watched 60 hours of your content in the last 3 weeks. Thank you.
Oh, man, that's awesome. I feel sorry for you, man. Hopefully your wife didn't try to shoot you yet.
He says, have you experienced any trouble with the Mr. Boost Stream Elements widget not switching back to the previous scene after the timeout period has passed?
The Mr. Boost Stream Elements widget. I haven't used it, so I don't know. I haven't used the Mr. Boost Stream Elements widget. I'd have to check it out. I don't know what it is. Chance says Monica didn't like long hair. I would say that is true.
Yeah.
I turned you on to it. Okay, so I'll post a link to the video. Okay, yeah, do that so I could see which video we're talking about. Oh, you're not gonna be able to post a link. So what does the widget do? Repeat the question, honey. So I.
Okay, he just said that he wants to look for more details too. So,
All right, cool. Yeah, just post the title of the video. I can definitely look at it.
Mr. Boost Stream Elements widget not switching back to the previous scene after the timeout period has passed. That was his question.
Oh, yes. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about, K9. Okay, so, yeah, okay, that does happen, or it can happen. I tend to find that it really depends. So when you're setting up for your stream, I cannot stress this enough. The order that you open the applications that you're going to be using for your stream is super important. So if you want your hotkeys to work, then you got to open your Stream Deck first, or whatever you're using for your hotkeys. Then you've got to open your all the things that use hotkeys. In this case, it would be specifically like my voice mod and my face cam, and I have a couple other things that use hotkeys. I open all those second, and then after that, I open my all the windows that I use for my browsers specifically. I always make sure that when I go into Stream Elements, I sign out. If it's automatically signed me in, I sign out of Stream Elements. I sign back in under my account that I'm going to be streaming on, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Twitch or whatever, so that it registers. Okay, I'm logged in there. It can see already, all that stuff. Usually, if I do that, it needs a checklist. Yes, Logician, it really does need a checklist. Usually, if I sign out of Stream Elements and then sign back in right before I go live, I do not have any problems. It will switch back and forth. But I find myself setting the switch time so high that I switch myself anyways, because generally speaking...
oh my goodness, we got a new
member. Sweet. Sid Taper, thank you so much. For some reason, we don't have any music, though, or I can't hear the music. We do have music, though. I can see it going. Joe Mock as well. Sweet. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I do need to put, I have to go and get my music because I can't hear it. Audio properties. Code Wolf became a member. Code Wolf, thank you so much. So we are getting a monitor. Yes, I just can't hear it because my, some of my settings are goofy on this particular thing. Sun Power became a member. Look at this. We are getting a membership wave. Oh, there we go. Stinky Puddle Ranch. So I think now we are getting a lot of renewals, which is awesome. You know, if you're interested in joining the live membership program, it is actually a link down below. It's relatively inexpensive. We have our super supporters, where you can just support the channel. Then we have the Streamer Squad, which gives you access to the Discord. And we have a lot of amazing people there as well, hanging out and doing all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for rejoining. And is it regular voiced? It is regular voiced. That isn't right. There we go.
See? It's now backwards.
Oh, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Let's go get another question. Yes, live streaming where everything absolutely can go wrong. Now let me see if I can go back to that page again and actually hear. No, it's still not giving me my music. So let me go to advanced audio properties. And we're going to go to music. There we go. Now we've got it. Yes. All right. Let's get another question, beautiful lady.
Okay.
I think
All
I
right.
answered that question. Definitely, in order to get your Stream Elements to work properly, make sure that you sign out and sign back in before you go on, and then usually it switches back and forth. But I believe I was saying at the time, sometimes I just remove the timer anyways and switch off when I'm finished doing whatever it is I want to do on that screen. So I actually found that the timer to switch it back was more annoying than anything else. You modded the Mr. Boost widget to notify on Facebook stars and follows, if that is helpful to anyone. Oh, that's awesome. And yes, I now I totally should have remembered the Mr. Boost thing. For some reason I had Mr. Beast stuck in the head. But yes, hopefully you guys saw that video. I know somebody probably posted a link to it already. So thank you, K9. I appreciate that. Hopefully that helps you out to make it more stable. All right, babe, what you got?
Question from Cosmo Christopher.
Well, hello, Cosmo.
I like to listen to the full mix of whatever I'm doing. However, when live streaming, I get a doubling effect. I want to hear what the stream is hearing, including all vocal effects I put on my mic. No matter what, I can't get rid of the echo. Do you know a fix?
Well, I have a pretty good idea what's causing it. So let's go over here to our tutorial screen. You can see right here that I have my YouTube up so I can see what is going on. And if you don't have this muted, then when you then that's always going to be playing in your earphone. Okay? And then if you go into your mix on your on here and you have all of this stuff set to monitor and output, you're going to be hearing that too. And there's going to be a delay on what you're hearing over here for sure. So if you have the stream on anywhere on your desktop or laptop or whatever and it's playing, that's why you're getting double audio. Excuse me, because you're hearing the delayed version of the audio playing through your web browser. So and I believe me it's before the stream begins, so is there any way that you have a microphone that is picking up, like how are you monitoring it? Do you have headphones on? If you don't have headphones on, then when it plays through your speakers on your stereo, it's going to feed back into your microphone and also cause a loop. So those are the two things that cause a loop. The stream playing through the stream playing through some application, or the audio coming out of speakers and playing back into a microphone are generally the two ways that you get that looping audio. So I don't have a lot of familiarity with the Wavelink, but it's possible also that if the Wavelink is picking up something and then you're using something like Win Audio or something like that, it could be for some reason doubling it. I don't have a lot of experience with the Wavelink, so I've never messed around with it. There will always be some latency in Windows Audio on your own voice, and there's never a fix for that. That is absolutely true, Logician. Because it takes all of these applications a few moments, and especially if you're doing any kind of vocal processing, it takes those a few moments. So your voice, when you're monitoring it, is always going to be a few seconds after you speak. There's no way to get away from that. It is what it is. And believe me, that's why I don't monitor my own voice. If I need to, I can turn it on and hear it for a moment, but otherwise I turn it off. So does no one listen to their own voice while streaming? No, no one listens to their own voice while streaming Cosmo, because the few times that I actually do it, or when I'm using voices that I want to actually hear, you will actually see me roll my eyes back trying to concentrate on what I'm saying because it's so distracting. So Osseo fixes latency especially if it's a specific driver for the hardware. BRS, generally speaking, I've been using OBS for a long time. I've not been able to find any way to do that. It's been 5 months and I still can't fix it. No, that's because it's latency. Latency is the processing time that it takes to input your voice and play it back to you, and it's always going to be even a tenth of a second is ridiculously annoying. You know, any latency at all is really annoying. Some are better than others, but unfortunately, it is what it is. I worked in radio back in the day, so I'm used to monitoring my mic all the time. Peperian, when you were monitoring your mic, was it actually slightly delayed in your headphone? Because I'm guessing it probably was even on radio. It's just one of those weird things. Anyway, let's get another question. If there is a way to fix it, I'd love to know, because I don't mind actually being able to hear what I'm speaking occasionally as well, and it gets really distracting when there's that delay. But unfortunately, it is what it is. Storm Chaser, we will do the best we can, my friend. What's the next question, beautiful?
Actually, the next question is from Storm Chaser.
Well, there we go, Storm Chaser. You are in luck, my friend.
That's right. Okay. So he says, I will have one PC host a public YouTube stream and a different computer stream to an RTMP destination. And the YouTube stream will capture that stream. Do you know if the viewer count from Streamlabs will display the correct amount of viewers on the RTMP stream side?
Well, honestly, I don't know. And the reason why I don't know is because I'm sure that there are a lot of different types of RTMP. I know that it could just be dropping that encoded video there. It might not actually be picking up any information about who's viewing or anything like that, because just because it's delivering the RTMP video there doesn't mean it has permissions to see who's on the video or who's there or who's doing what. The reason why people are able to do that through YouTube and other places is because YouTube provides an API that sends that information out. Facebook has an API that sends that information out. Your RTMP or your website or whatever may not have that API that it sends out that information as to the number of viewers or anything like that. So you'd probably have to go to that RTMP and look for yourself to see how many viewers were there. I can promise you something is recording the number of viewers that show up. Whether or not Restream or any of those can do it. I'm not totally certain. But somewhere you're going to be able to find the information. All right, let's get another question. I had to stop using StreamTunes, gave me tons of copyright claims and took away monetization from those videos. Yeah, definitely contact them, South Alabama Comp Watch. Please contact them. Let them know what you're experiencing, and they should fix it. They really should. And you can also fight those copyright claims. Make sure you do that. But yeah, contact them. They will fix it. Go ahead, honey.
Okay. Question from Marcus Couch.
Hello, Marcus.
What is the best way to use OBS and share the program monitor with guests so they can see different video clips that the host and guest can react to? Is Video Ninja the best solution?
Okay, so this is a good question. For adding a guest to my live stream, let me show you what I use. And this is not a knock against Video Ninja. I think Video Ninja is probably a great program. I just don't use it. So if I wanted to add a guest to this scene here, I just click the plus, and in this case I'm going to go to a window capture, and we are going to capture Chrome, this one right here, I think. Nope, that's not the one. This one here. There we go. So we're going to capture our guest, and I will just crop up the beautiful and amazingly gorgeous hot wife that I have right there, and we're gonna go to filters, because we want to make sure that she looks her very best. And we're gonna add a chroma key to that, close that out, and we'll put her right down here, and then there we go. So if you noticed, I'm using Melon. That's how I add guests to my live stream. What was the question specifically about, hon? Okay. All right. So let me transform, and we'll go to reset transform. And what I want to do is, so if I wanted to share with the folks over here, I can go into here, and I can go up, and I could share a screen. So I could share this screen, and that way they could see what I'm doing in OBS. So basically, by sharing that screen, that means that everybody watching Melon can see what's on the screen. So that's how you could do it. And then in that case, I might capture Monica's screen by going like this. So we're leaving it up there so everybody can see it, but we're cropping it so that we get the part of the image that we actually want. And there are all kinds of different ways to work this out, of course. You don't probably want to do this because, as you can see, the resolution on Monica is horrible now. So you're going to have to pick a different one where the screen, so they can see it, is a little smaller. But that is how I would do it. I would share my screen out so that they could actually see that. I want to go up here and unshare. There we go. And we're going to get Monica back up so we can go to her and get another question. All right, what you got?
Okay. I have, whoops, wrong question. I have a question now from Brian.
Hello, Brian.
On my laptop, I installed the StreamFX plugin. I
Cool.
switched to my brand new PC and installed that StreamFX plugin, and the OBS works for only a little bit. What am I doing wrong?
All right, repeat. So he installed the StreamFX plugin. Then he did it on another machine and it didn't work, or what?
Brand new PC, and he
Okay.
installed it again, and the OBS only works for a little bit.
Interesting. So let's go over here to the main screen. Okay, so the OBS does produce a log. Let me show you how to get to it. And I don't mean that OBS is taking a poo, okay? I mean an error log. So if you go to Tools, is it in Tools? Or is it in View? Edit. Help. Here it is, log files. So you can go here, you can show log files. So if your OBS crashes, you can go in and see your log files for the most recent session, right? Now you can go over to, I did say Melon. Melon is what I'm using, but it works exactly the same if you use StreamYard or Restream or whatever. I just got used to using Melon. So any one of those is something you could easily do the exact same thing that I'm doing with Melon. Sorry about that. So any one of these log files, you're going to go to the latest log file after your OBS crash. You're going to copy out that log file and you're going to go over into the OBS forum. So OBS forum. And basically you've got your Windows support, your Mac support, your Linux support. You just go into the Windows support or the Mac support or the Linux support and you say, hey, I'm having this problem with it. I think it's StreamFX, but I'm not really sure, but it works for a little while and then it locks up and then I have to restart it. And here's my log files. Can somebody take a look and let me know what's going on? And chances are within a half an hour or so, somebody's going to get back to you and tell you exactly what your problem is, and it'll make it really super easy to fix. That's why they create those log files, to make it easy to troubleshoot. And I'm not very good at it because I am not a coder, but I have in the past used those things. So that is the best way to get them to help you fix your problem. Hopefully that helps. Let's get another question. All right.
Next question is from Actual Pug.
Hello, Actual Pug.
What's a good way to get soundboard sounds to go through Discord? Discord likes to filter them out so my friends can't hear them. If I manually set input sensitivity, it picks up a lot of background noise.
Yeah, okay. So let me open my Discord for a second here, and then I'll see if I can give you a little bit. Discord does this for all kinds of stuff. Oh, it's been a while since I opened it on here. So there's 15 updates. I use it on my phone. What are you going to do? Let's go over here to the tutorial screen here. We'll see if it ever starts. Here we go. So, alright. So, basically, let me bring it over here. If it ever, come on, you can do this. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to go into settings, and we're going to go to our profile devices. Not devices, that's not where we want to go. App settings, voice and video. Here we go. Alright, so right here you got input mode, voice activity, or push to talk. Automatically determine input sensitivity. None of those things matter half as much as when you go down here. Right here, echo cancellation, turn it off. Noise reduction, turn it off. Advanced voice activity, turn it off. Automatic gain, turn it off. Quality of service. When others speak, turn it off. Use latest technology, blah blah blah. I'll turn all this crap off. Turn all this crap off, and you'll turn off all of the nannies that they use to try to reduce the noise. If you turn all that stuff off, then whatever you play over that microphone or whatever soundboard stuff that you play, it's going to play because you've turned off all of the nannies that, generally speaking, will try to mess you up. So that is the easiest way to be able to play soundboard stuff and everything else through Discord and use voices and all that other stuff, because otherwise it tries to get rid of it. All right, let's get another question. How many questions do we have?
6.
All right, we're in good shape. Let's go ahead and close the forum down so that we don't have to miss people's questions. I think that's a good idea. So the form is officially closed for now. If we have extra time, we will take some more questions, maybe directly from the audience, or we'll reopen the form. But for now, we want to just make sure that we get everybody's question in. So give it to us, baby.
Okay. All right. Well, excuse me. This next question is a follow-up to the very first question we had, and again, I'm probably going to not do well pronunciation, but it is from Folore Alatunji Ayobami. Sorry.
Cool. Well, as long as in the question he didn't say, "And please pronounce my name right, you jackass," you're probably okay.
I think we're just gonna call him Ayo.
I know. I do apologize.
There he is. He's actually in the chat. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Falor. If I can call you Falor, because that's about the only thing in your name I
Falor?
can pronounce. So Monica did yeoman's work with that one. That's a tongue twister.
Okay.
All right, babe.
He did say, it seems like he understand properly the first time he asked the question. He said he's not looking for a countdown timer, but a live time that shows the time you are streaming.
Okay. All right. So, man, you could probably easily do this. Let me show you. Let me show you how I would do this. I'm going to bring up my tutorial screen here. I know this is going to be cheating, but you know what they say. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. So we're going to go over here to our tutorial screen. You can see me over here. Now right down here in the lower left-hand corner of my streaming OBS session, it has the amount of time that I've been live. So what I would do is I would click the plus and I would go to a let's see, let's do a window capture, and then what I would do is I would capture the window that I'm using to stream. In this case, I do believe profile live stream, I do believe that is the correct one. That is the correct one. And then what I would do I know this is really cheating, but it is what it is. I would probably go like this, and then I'd go like this, and then I'd go like this, and then I would go like that, and there we go. And now we have our live time right in our live stream. Now, yep, you could do the exact same thing if you wanted the time or something like that. But that puts the live stream time right on there. Now the only thing that I can think of that could be a problem is I noticed when I was trying to add a screen capture, let's see, window capture. I noticed when I'm trying to add a window capture, it is not actually giving me my current version of OBS. It's giving me the other version of OBS that I'm using. So what you might have to do if that doesn't work is do a display capture. So you just go to display capture, and then you pick the display that you want to use. Let's see, in my case it would be this one here. In this case, and this means you can capture anything. So you can capture the time or whatever, and you just use your Alt key and you crop it up. So we could crop up the time and the date or the live thing. We can do the exact same thing. It's just a different way to capture it. And come on, we can do this. And then you just embiggen it a little bit. And there we go. So now we have a live timer right in there. You know me, guys. I'm all about keeping it simple. And so, you know, there probably are tools out there that could do it, but that is the easiest way. That is the easiest way. All right, let's get another question from the stunningly gorgeous Monica. Hey, babe.
Hey. We have next question is from Simplicity. Hey,
Well, Simplicity, hello!
in the house.
It's awesome to see you.
Okay, I tried installing DaVinci Resolve again, and I thought I got the free version, but it keeps asking for the activation key before I can use it. Is it really free?
Oh, it is. Okay, so let's go over here to our tutorial screen, and let's we'll pop this up here. Go here. Do a DaVinci Resolve. Alright, so there are two different versions of DaVinci Resolve. You can see DaVinci Resolve or DaVinci Resolve Studio. If we go, and you can see right here, DaVinci Resolve free download now. So all you have to do is download the free version, and not, if you might have accidentally downloaded the DaVinci Resolve Studio, which will not start until you actually pay and put in a key. So just make sure that you're getting the free download, which essentially is pretty much the full version. There's so much in it that I don't even know why you'd need to pay the $295 unless you're like a professional that's creating these movies or something. But none of us are doing that. We're creating YouTube content. So you can do absolutely stunningly amazing things with just the free version. When you get to the point where you would need to pay for the paid version, you'll know that you need to pay for it. And believe me, it will take a couple of years. It's really, really good. And I still, even with all the editing that I do and everything else that I do, I still have no need for the paid version. So there you go. It is definitely free. So hopefully that helps you, Simplicity. I think you just might have accidentally, mistakenly downloaded the other version. So just remove it off your thing and download the other one. You be all good to go. All right, babe.
Okay.
Let's do
Okay.
this.
This next question is addressed to me, but perhaps you can help me out with this. It's actually from Chance.
Hello,
And
Chance.
Chance has said, do any of the
Chance.
face cams that Mike uses freak you out? Well, there's actually two of them, and I don't know how maybe you can show them as I describe them, but there is one that he uses. I'm not a big fan of it. I actually don't like it, but it doesn't freak me out. It's the one where you have those bubble eyes that you blink, you blink and your face is those big bubble eye. Yes, that one. I don't like that one. It doesn't freak me out, but it's just weird. The one that I actually don't like is one, and it's where it looks like you're in the dark and it looks like just a face, but if he moves forward it turns into this scary
Ooh, yes.
face
You know
or
what?
something.
I'm not sure that I have a hotkey for that, but I was
Oh.
able to actually load that up. So let's see if I can get that one to work. Let's see here. Yeah.
Well, we found that by accident.
Yes.
Getting closer to the screen.
We did. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
What is that?
that
Yes.
one. I don't like that one either. I'm not much for haunted anything. I don't like scaring. I don't like haunted things. I don't like horror movies. I don't like nothing. So that's kind of like we had seen him sit like that, and we thought that's all there was to it. And then he leaned closer, and we're like, "Ow, my gosh! Look at that! Look at that face!" So yeah, those two have to be the worst that we've seen so far. I mean, there's so
yeah,
many
this
others
this
out there.
one is a good one. All right.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead, babe.
Yes. Next question. Thank you for the question, Chance. Okay, this one is from WWG1.
Hello,
W-
WWG1.
If I use my camera, how do I remove the background? Oh, they're new at streaming, so they're asking basic questions. If I use my camera, how can I remove the background?
All right. Well, there's a bunch of different ways. So I'm going to go over and give you a tutorial of how I would remove the background. Actually, I'm not going to give you the tutorial of how I would remove the background because people will think I'm just being a dick. I probably am. But what I will do is, so there are a bunch. I did 3 different videos on using a virtual camera to remove the background. I will show you one of those ways right now. If I right click here and go into filters, I will take the let's see, I don't know why I actually have the chroma key filter loaded in here. We're going to remove that, and we're going to add this filter right here, which requires you to have an NVIDIA graphics card. And then I can go with quality and automatic, and as you can see, I have a white background back there. So there you go. If you have an NVIDIA card, this is one of the ways that you can remove the background. That's pretty cool. If you guys could please post, that's right there, green screen video, all options. I just released that, which goes through all of the options that are available to you, so that you can pick the one that's best for you. Now I can tell you right now that the one that is gonna look the best, the zombie one is very scary. Yes, it is. Fresno nerds. The one that's easiest is this one here. So then I just right click, I go to filters, I go to chroma key, bada bing. We've removed the background, and it's going to be the best looking. Now, I didn't mess around with it at all, so I'm getting a little bit of green shine, and I got a little bit of green hair. You can definitely fix that, but having an actual green screen is by far the easiest and most effective, best way to remove your background. But the video that Logician posted in there will show you all the different methods, so that you can decide for yourself what's good. You don't have to have a fancy green screen like the one that I have. Just a green sheet that you could pay almost nothing for at Joann's Fabric and hang it up with clothespins will work just fine. The green screen that Monica uses for this was a portable green screen that I got for Christmas. Probably cost about $30, something like that. So there are plenty of them out there that you can use that don't have to cost you an arm and a leg and will look a lot better than any of the virtual green screens that you can get. And of course, then you've got this one that I use, which is expensive, but I can change from one scene to the next in 30 seconds. So hopefully that helps you out. You can check out those videos as well. And let's do this. All right, babe.
Okay. Question from GC Laredo.
Well, hello, GC. Laredo.
Serious issues with my stream on YouTube ending due to no data error on the YouTube's end. I'm wired, 11 megabytes per second upload and 300 plus download, Core i7, plenty of RAM and GPU resources. What would cause this? Using OBS with iPhone via Camo and a Logitech USB camera and a Rode mic.
What's the error message he's getting?
It just says no data. A no data error on the YouTube end.
I mean, you'd have to check with YouTube, I would think. I mean,
Yeah, well, I'm doing a search for it right here. Live stream keying error. 3 common errors. This is not an error message that I've ever seen before, so I don't know what would cause a no data error. But I would go through your, let's go over here to the tutorial screen real quick. Go through your settings in your output. Now this is not set up how I would normally stream, because this is actually my recording session, but make sure that you've got this. Make sure your keyframes aren't all out of whack. You know, so if you've got something weird in here or something like that, make sure that your B frames aren't out of whack. Make sure that you don't have a GPU selected that's not 0 if you don't have multiple GPUs. Things like that. Just make sure that all this stuff seems like it's right, and that you're using an encoder that works. The only, I mean, I don't know if that error means that YouTube is not getting any data from your system, or if that means that YouTube is, or yeah, it could mean that you're not sending. Now just to be clear, when you live stream, right, you're going to click Start Streaming, okay, right here in the lower left-hand corner. Then you're going to go over into YouTube, and it's going to start to receive data that's going to come up right here. And you can see it says excellent condition. If it doesn't say this, then YouTube is not receiving the data properly, which means you need to go over into your stream settings, get your proper stream key, come back over into OBS, go into settings, go into your stream, and make sure that you copy in the proper stream key, and then turn off streaming and start streaming again. Go back over into YouTube, make sure that you're receiving a signal, and then when you are, then you can click Go Live, because Go Live would be right here. It does say excellent for a few minutes, then it just goes downhill from there. See, that makes me wonder. That makes yeah, that's definitely internet, and I would definitely do a search for other people with the same provider that you have, and make sure there is not incidents where that provider is, how shall I put it, looking for live streams and then killing them. I mean, they might have a no live stream policy, or some kind of bandwidth policy to prevent people from live streaming on their platform. I've seen this before. I think in the past, things like Verizon and stuff like that have done things like this, where it could. Now, 11 megabits per second is not that bad. Let me see. Let me go. Oh, that's more than enough to live stream. Let me go to my. Let's see. Yeah. Well, even if you're trying to do a 4K stream, if you're not able to put it out, it's not going to say no data. It will just tell you that it's a really bad signal. But let me just for case in point, let me tell you what my my upload speed is here when it's done testing it. Yeah, 3,000 kilobits per second is good for 720. But if you have 11, you should be able to do, I mean, ideally, you want 12 megabits per second to do a 1080 stream, because you want to do 6,000 kilobits per second. But 11 is close enough. In fact, if you're streaming a Twitch or something like that, they don't recommend any more than 5,000 kilobits per second. So if you set your stream to 5,000 kilobits per second, that literally means you're using half of your bandwidth, which for 11 megabits per second upload, 5,000 kilobits per second, or 5,000 kilobits per second as your bandwidth, or as your bit rate, should be fine. So it's definitely the service, I'm thinking. But yeah, I would definitely check that. On YouTube, I set up a manual key for 720. Yeah, and if you're only streaming 720, there you go. 3,000 kilobits per second is way less than half of 11 megabits per second. Way less than half. I mean, with an 11 megabit per second upload, you should be able to do reasonably decent 1920 by 1080 if you wanted to. So, yeah, it's got to be your provider throttling it or something. Let's get another question. Hopefully that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Logician also says ensure data throttling is not turned on your router or something like that. Or make sure your kid doesn't decide to log in and play Fortnite or whatever while you're live streaming. There's that too. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay, I have a question from Matthew Kelly.
Hello, Matthew Kelly.
Matthew Kelly. It's his first
been
and
a minute.
only question. Yes.
All right.
I know. It's been a couple weeks. I'm Okay, it says some streamers had different layouts in the past before working on redesigning it for their current streams. Would you recommend that any streamers should try to do some minor or major changes to the layouts for future streams next year and later on so that they can get more viewers to come in?
All right, this is a really cool question. So I definitely think that updating your streams on a consistent basis, like once a year or whatever, is a really good thing. It keeps your visuals fresh. It keeps you, as a creator, working on different layouts and different things. And, you know, I'm way overdue with this layout. I've been using this for probably about a year now. I'm way overdue to start to use some new overlays and to try some different stuff. At the very least, it forces you to go and figure out something different, something new. Let's face it, a lot of overlays and everything else that you see on live streams look really similar. So trying to do something different or creative can never be a bad thing. I actually have a sports channel that I'm working with to do a collaboration, because I want to be able to produce a video that talks about the different types of live streams that you can do. And I'm going to do that by highlighting what these guys do for their sports live stream. You know, because it's really cool. A lot of tickers, a lot of graphics, a lot of animations, a lot of cool things like that. A lot of really cool stuff. So I'm going to use their stream as an example and maybe try to help show you guys how they create their assets and different aspects of it and the animations and things like that. The point is that you never stop pushing the envelope and learning how to create different elements of your overlay. And that's why every once in a while you see some of these ridiculously well overdone streams just do something crazy and off the wall. And it's because they're constantly trying to figure out ways to push the envelope and do something creative and different. And you never know, you keep working at it, you might figure out how to do something that nobody's ever seen before. That's just all part of the fun. Oh man, that's the part I personally really love. It's just trying to figure out how to do things that people are gonna go, oh my gosh, how do you do that? Oh, that's amazing. You know, to me that's fun. So you have to definitely try to freshen up your streams over time. It keeps it fun for everybody. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay. I got to tell you that was the last question in the queue.
That's the last question?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's, all right, so if anybody has a question, go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll take a couple of it. Aussie Wheels rolls in. Sorry about not being about. I can't believe Aussie Wheels is this late on the mend. Well, that's good.
Cool.
That's good. BRS, you know what? I think that's a really, really good question to ask. We're going to have to do that. What do you mean the form is closed? How can this be? How? Who closed
You're
the
on your
form
regular.
down?
You're on your regular voice.
I shouldn't be on my regular voice.
No, I hear the regular voice too.
Well,
I got your
that's-
regular buddy.
I don't think so.
I'm listening to the stream.
Yeah, that's because you guys don't have the other one loaded in.
But I'm listening to the stream.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Your whole it seems like your whole microphone system was not working properly today.
It really does.
Yeah, Logician says too, no baby voice.
No baby voice.
The baby voice.
There it is.
All right. Well, we're gonna fix that. I know what the problem is. Here we go.
We can hear you, but the stream still hears you.
There we go. How could we not have the
There
baby
it is.
voice? Who
That's
turned the baby voice off? That's not right. Who is it? Who did it? Who turned the baby voice off? Let's figure it out right now. And I'm sure that this is the same person that shut the form down. Let's
Today,
see.
I think you're right.
whoever did this, well,
Who
let's
closed
find
the
out.
form
Who shut
down?
the form down and who turned the baby voice off? Who did it?
Maybe
Who
it was
closed the
Russian
form
doll.
Who
down?
shut the form down?
Who closed the form down?
Who shut the form down?
Who closed the form down? Who closed the form down?
Monica! How could you do this? How could you destroy the baby voice and shut the form down? Oh my god!
You know what? When I do it right.
These nuts.
Wow. And
Yep.
I thought we were friends.
Yep. Well, obviously not tonight.
Obviously. You know who Monica would blame it on?
You? Oh.
BMW. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Who is it? Ah,
BMW does it again.
Man. Well, it wasn't a BMW. It was obviously you. It's some kind of global conspiracy for us to not get any more questions or the baby voice. It's unbelievable. Well, guys, we have about 10 minutes left, so you can put your personal questions in the chat, and we will answer them. And they don't have to be about live streaming. If you just have a question for me or Monica or
I have a
baby
question.
Michael, whatever.
I got this.
Has a
I got this thing on my. Oh, never mind. Wrong show.
Yeah, this is not a medical channel. We cannot.
Oh,
have
okay.
like that.
Why does it look like a kickstand?
Okay,
Any
so
movie? Anyone
M20, M520HM asked a question. So let's go over here into our main screen, and maybe I ought to exit the baby.
There we go. I'm gonna grow up, doggone it. Alright, so how do I stop encoding overload? Well, I've done a couple of videos on this, but generally speaking, encoding overload comes from your machine not being able to process your encoder fast enough. So let me show you some tools that you can use to figure out what's causing it. So we're going to go over here to my tutorial screen, and OBS has a stats window. If you go to view and you go to stats, it's going to bring it up. So it's going to show you what your CPU usage is, your disk usage, your frames, and all this stuff. Now this right here is showing you the stats for this version of OBS. I'm obviously streaming on the other one. So let me bring that stats window up so you can get a little bit of a look. Alright, so here is my stats window for the version of OBS right now that I'm live on. Or at least it was the stats window for that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. We've got the blank screen. What happened? Desktop monitor. Flare camera. Can people actually hear me? Properties. There we go. That's weird. Alright. I don't know why that screen's not coming up. That is weird. Weird. Let's go out of there. Man, I'm having all kinds of weird things happen tonight. We can turn that off. We do, but this is a good question. I know he asked it before, so I want to be able to answer it. It's not showing anything. That is so weird. I wonder why that's doing that. Alright, so I wonder, because it happened when I opened that. Tutorial. Huh. Well, if I have other questions, that doesn't really matter if I can't actually get to my tutorial scene, which is weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the scene. There we go. So now we've got a camera in this scene. What I want to do is add a, yeah, and then we're going to add man, this is so weird. Display capture. I should be back. There should be audio now. There wasn't for a second. And then, so we've got the tutorial screen, and it's literally just not. Oh, there it is. All right, so it is showing that. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened here, but so the question was, how do you stop encoding overload? So when we go and we open up our stats window, this gives you all the information that you need. So this is my live stream right here. You can see I'm using less than a percentage of CPU usage for everything I'm doing. I've had 28 missed frames due to render lag and 0 frames missed due to encoding lag. And then you can see this is the dropped frames or anything like that from the actual stream. This is kind of what you want. This is what a healthy stream looks like. If you're getting all kinds of skipped frames due to render lag or skipped frames due to encoding lag, it's because your computer is struggling to encode your video, which obviously makes a lot of sense since that's what it's called. So your encoder is right here. Generally speaking, if you're using X264 and you do not have like a graphics card, like an NVIDIA graphics card or an AMD graphics card, and they now have their own encoders and that sort of stuff. If you don't have that, that means that your CPU is doing all the work. And if your CPU is doing all the work and then you're playing a game or doing something in the background, it's going to have lots of problems. Also, if you are doing a lot of processing with your overlay and stuff like that, there are ways to optimize that stuff so that you don't have to worry about all that sort of overload. So the logician could drop a link in there to the video that I did on optimizing your live stream and see if it helps you. But chances are it's because you're using X264 trying to do other stuff and your machine just can't handle it, unfortunately. And let's go and see. Did you guys catch any other questions?
Who closed
I
the
should be
forum
answering?
down?
Yeah, there's
hold
a
on.
few in there. I can
Yeah.
read them to you if you want.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get one of them. I'm going to go over to my main screen here. We'll let Michael read the question. Who asked the question? Tony Ray's Vlogs, and let me see if I can find it. Oh, all right. So Tony Ray's Vlogs. Interesting. All right, so let's go over. You can see now all my cameras are my tutorial. So something is definitely goofy with my OBS. I'm gonna have lots of. What it is. All right, so I don't know what's going on with my OBS. It's freaking out. It is absolutely freaking out. So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to probably end the stream. Unfortunately, if you guys want to comment on this video with your questions, Michael will put them in a PDF and we'll add them to the list next Wednesday, and we will answer those questions first thing on the live stream. I'm super bummed that I'm having these weird problems because this was a fun stream, but I don't know what the heck is going on. So it would, yeah, we broke the matrix apparently. Look at that. Now my camera's just that. What the heck is that? So I'm gonna go and remove this. All right, so maybe that fixes that. I still don't have my tutorial screen back. I just have this, which God knows why. Yeah, I think we're gonna cut and run before things go horribly wrong. All right, babe. Definitely leave your questions in the comments. We will get to them first thing next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. That'll work for you, right, hon?
Yes, that will be fine.
At least we had lots of fun. We definitely went off the rails a couple times tonight, which I
We
thought was a
did.
good time.
We did. It was, yeah. Not sure what was up tonight. But it was fun. It was fun.
We're just acting a fool.
Yeah.
This is what happens when I see Santa Claus coming around.
I know.
worked
He was
out.
in early, too.
I know. I get all worked up and excited.
Well,
All
I
right,
didn't-
well, it's time.
it's on the downside now. We're almost in September, so we're almost, hitting that holiday mode, starting Christmas shopping, and
Yeah, you know it.
he's ramping
It's
up
good.
again. So
Yep, Santa's probably going to be away for a while when that
Yeah.
starts to happen, I think.
getting ready. That's
He's
right.
too busy. He's too busy to check us out, for sure.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I want to say goodnight. Good night, guys, or good morning, or have a great day, or whatever it is you guys are doing. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. And like he said, leave those questions. We'll get to them next week. And hope to see you next time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the only legitimate time zone for those of you who have been here long enough to understand what that means. And we will see you guys next week. Enjoy.
Awesome. I want to say thanks to the lovely, amazing Monica. And, yeah, amusing and amazing Monica for reading the questions for us tonight, and Michael for helping me produce the stream. I do appreciate it. All of the incredible mods that make sure to answer as many of your questions as they possibly can in there. Man, I couldn't possibly do this stream without any one of those people. You guys do an incredible job, so thank you so much. Like I say every week, go out there and be the change that you really want to see in this world. It's really easy to bitch and complain and talk about all of the things that are wrong with society and people who aren't nice, and this doesn't go right and that doesn't go right. And you know what? Honestly, it's all a matter of changing your mindset and being the solution to the problem, treating things in a positive way, and most importantly, being the person who does nice things for other people. Be the example that you want to see other people be, and it has to start somewhere. So let it start with you and me. Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I will see you all again, hopefully, next Wednesday night with a stream that's going to hopefully function a lot better in the last 15 minutes than this one did. But you know what? That is exactly why that was the perfect question. Because sometimes your streams just get so complicated that it's actually time to kind of reevaluate and readjust. And maybe it's that time for my stream as well. I love you guys. I will see you next week at the same time. Take care. Today's video is sponsored by Envato Placeit. Placeit is a marketplace for all kinds of assets that can help you with your YouTube channel. Things like art and live streaming and video assets. You can create amazing face cams and live streaming overlays really easily. There are hundreds of templates, and each face cam and overlay can be modified with different designs, colors, text, and text fonts. The process is super easy, and you can even incorporate your own logo, or if you're like me, your own Placeit design logo, and you can put it right in your design. This gives you an infinite number of overlays and face cam possibilities for your live streams. And they're so easy to create, you can use a different one every time you live stream if you wanted to. So please, click the link in the description and check out Envato Placeit for yourself. Big thanks to the sponsors that support this channel. Their links are in the description so you can check them out. I couldn't possibly do this without them or you. So thanks. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Fire Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.